Utah's Great Salt Lake is dying. Its declining water levels poison native wildlife, deprive birds of an essential migratory waypoint, and dust swept from its exposed lake beds coats every surface in the basin with a thin layer of heavy metals. The ongoing disappearance of the lake is an ecological and economic path to ruin for the basin. But getting Utah's residents to accept climate change has little to do with changing the fate of the Great Salt Lake. It's the water diverted from the lake that is killing it. Not only is it affecting lake wildlife, not only is its dust coating schools, parks, playgrounds, shopping malls, people's homes, and the wilderness of the basin, but the decline in water in the lake is itself making local climate much worse. The Great Salt Lake is its basin's air conditioning and sprinkler system for the water management services the natural countryside provides. As a lake dries out, not only does it lose everything that lives in the lake and visits the lake, but the fading of the lake leaves the basin hotter and drier and more vulnerable to intensive flooding. And if you are a resident of the area or are considering moving to the area, understand that the lake and the landscape around it is part of the local climate. As it is paved over or dug up for farms, freeways, parking lots, shopping malls, or giant suburban tracts, part of the system that defines the quality of life there is torn up. And that is the trade-off the denizens of the Great Salt Lake Basin are going to have to make. It is up to you to decide whether to allow your homes and the life you have chosen to make there, the cities you live in, to be destroyed, to go extinct, so that other people can benefit from the water they deny the lake. These choices have been made many times in the past, within the United States and all over the world. The leaders of the Soviet Union decided to divert water from the Aral Sea. And in California, LA decided to divert water from the Owens Valley. LA benefited greatly from the water diverted from the valley. Owens Valley and its towns and farms is dead. And it didn't even take nuclear bombs, just an aqueduct. I don't know how much that qualifies as environmentally friendly. Developers in the USSR also didn't give a hoot about diverting the sources of water from the Aral Sea. They believed the same thing that most in the West do, that you can just take natural resources and throw them into development. And everything will be bunnies and butterflies. They certainly grew more cotton, but they destroyed the region. Its commercial fishing, its farms, and the towns on its shore. All that remains of the sea is a tiny vestige bordered by a wasteland of polluted salt pans and the dead remains of everything the diversion destroyed. To this day, regions downwind of the desiccated corpse of the sea are dusted with polluted salts, afflicting the health of people and the crops they try to grow. So it's up to the people of Utah and up to the people who live in the region, in cities like Salt Lake and Ogden, lovely places I visited. People who enjoy skiing in the resorts in the mountains located nearby. You all can decide to keep the lives you've built there or let it dry up and blow away.